Hey guys, this is Eric from Indie Figure Unboxing, and in this video we're going to take a look at Figma number 323, Midoriya Izuku from My Hero Academia. And I literally just caught up on the anime like 5 minutes ago and it was mind-blowing good. For those of you who haven't seen it, please go watch it. It's definitely on the Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach level in my opinion. But here's the left of the box, here is the right of the box, and here is the back of the box. And I'm really excited for the line because there's a lot of characters they can do. And this figure is super popular right now, which I think it's going to get a reissue for sure. But who knows. And I do have the pre-order bonus, and that's not wasting any more time, and bust this thing open and see what we got. And here we have the figure still in the packaging, and as you guys can see, he doesn't really come with anything and he is super expensive. So you need to have a lot of love for the anime for you to get this guy. And hopefully they will stop doing this and give us more accessories on their later releases, but for now, let's check out the figure itself. Alright, so here's Midoriya Shonen right out of the box, and as expected from Max Factory, the figure is pretty much perfect in terms of paintwork and sculpt. But to be honest, I don't really have that much to talk about here because it really doesn't come with a whole lot, but let's take a closer look at the figure. The detail on the hair is crazy good. There's actually a lot of shading, but I don't think my camera captures that too well. But yeah, it's there. Like, it's very nice, and I don't have any paint issues whatsoever. The QC seems to be handled very well. But my first impression on this guy is that he is a little bit bigger than I thought. I have the SH Figuarts Gohan over here, and I thought he was gonna be about this size, but he is a little bit bigger. I guess that's cool. But anyways, let's check out the articulation. I don't think there's anything you guys haven't seen already. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over from the neck down. He can look up, he can look down, you can turn his head no problem. And the shoulder just on a standard bolt joint. You do have some shoulder swivel as well as bicep swivel with a Figma joint, and you can curl about this much, and you do have the bolt wrist. And for the ab crunch, you can bend forward about this much, bend backwards about this much, and you do have some side to side movement. And for the leg, you can kick it up about this high, bend about this much, and you do have some side to side pivot and the toe hinge. And lastly, you have the thigh swivel. And to be honest, the articulation is not as good as I thought, but it's definitely sufficient. And I think Figma find the right balance between sculpt and articulation. I think they hide the joints very well, and it looks great. But that's it for the articulation, and let's check out the accessories. And for the accessories, as usual, we will start with the default face, and I think it looks great. And next up, we have the warrior expression, and it looks pretty good as well. Kacha, kacha! And lastly, we get an angry looking expression, and this one is probably my favorite out of the three, but I really want just a calm looking Deku, like when he's really confident and just telling people he can do it. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get that in the future. And next up, we get a set of stickers that is supposed to represent sweat, but for collection purposes, I don't think I'm gonna use these. I apologize, but we do get a lot of them. And of course, we get a rack of hands, and he doesn't really come with a lot of hands, but let's try them out. We get a pair of display pin hands, and then we get a pair of accessories holding hands, and these are really tight. I'm not sure what he can hold with these, but we do get a pair. And then we get one right hand for the smash move, and it looks amazing, but that's all we get. And lastly, we get a pre-order bonus mask head, and it looks really good. Very nicely painted and sculpted, but I feel like this should have been included for the regular release instead of a pre-order bonus, but there's nothing we can do about it, and let's jump straight into the size comparison. Alright, so for the size comparison, let us start with the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figures, and I think they look pretty good together. And next up, we have the SH Figuarts Naruto figures, and they look pretty good as well. And then we have some American IP SH Figuarts, some Mexico 112 Collective, SH Figuarts Street Fighters, Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man and Venom, SH Figuarts Kamen Rider figures. And lastly, we have some recent Figma figures, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, despite the lack of accessories, I still think this is a pretty good figure, and I do highly recommend it. And sure, he is a little bit steep in price, but honestly, I don't think $70 price point is that bad for a character like this. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying this, but do hear me out. First of all, this is a really popular anime, so the IP is going to be relatively more expensive to obtain for Figma, and that adds on to the cost. And secondly, the quality of materials Figma uses on their figures has definitely been improved over the years. And the reason why I brought this up is because I know a lot of people are comparing the new Figmas with the older ones back when they were $40. But I can tell you from personal experience, the new Figmas feels way better than the older one in terms of quality. So they definitely have increased factory costs, hence the Figma nowadays are more expensive. But I'm a firm believer of you do get what you pay for, and these figures are really nice. But I think that's it from me, and do let me know in the comments on what you guys think. Last time I checked, the aftermarket price for Deku is around 100 something. I will probably wait for a reissue because I think he's gonna get a reissue for sure. But yeah, this is Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.